Welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show for the weekend ending April 23rd, 2017. In this episode, we're going to have some off-the-pegs videos for the middle segment. I'm also going to talk about track time, give you a little bit of update. Now, let's go ahead and feature some comments from the week. Spartan Man 566. I did a Maisto for Truck and Tuesday. They have truck and trailer sets of packages. And he had commented, when these were actually branded by Maisto, the triangular utility trailers were actually metal. Sad to see they remade them with a cheaper plastic. Well, you know, that's just a sign of the times right now, because it depends on how much consumers want to pay. Depends on what the price point Walmart wants in the stores. It also depends on the cost of goods to ship it over from, you know, where they are manufactured. Unfortunately, that's just a sign of the times. G.A. Rogers Customs commented that they are decent vehicles. I mostly have bought a few of them for the trailers and campers. The wheels leave a bit to be desired. However, they can be easily changed out with some M2 or some extra Hot Wheels wheels one might have laying around. Also, the tires that come with the trailers are rubber and can be taken off of the wheel and used in dioramas as junkyard spares strewn about. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. They have rubber tires, so that's kind of a nice feature. Now, Dominic Hartley commented, "Hi, RaceGrooves. I really like the Hot Wheels Ford pickup trucks. I live in the UK and can't seem to find many trucks in general. Do you think that it is the fact that my local store doesn't seem to sell too many die-cast vehicles, so they don't restock as often? Or do you think that there is more to it than that?" I didn't notice that he was talking about Hot Wheels when I picked this question to answer. It was Truck and Tuesday. I thought he was talking about those toys. With any company, okay, you have to talk to that store and ask them what are they going to import into their store, okay? They, you know, maybe their marketer doesn't know that you want to buy their products. Maybe that store doesn't know that you want those products. Talk to that store. You know, I'm sure any company would be more than happy to ship whatever they want to sell to that country. But sometimes, I think he was in the UK, sometimes, you know, there's import fees and there's a lot of legal stuff that goes on as well. It's not a matter of, hey, I want to buy this. Sometimes there's a lot more stuff going on than you even know about. Robert Jurek commented, "RaceGrooves, when will you make track time?" Yeah, I'll be getting to that in a second. That was on my, he posted that on my Truck and Tuesday video. Now, Dominic Harley, this is what he replied. He said, "Thanks, I will do." So he's going to talk to his store. Another thing I noticed was the green trailer with the actual articulation. It looked like you could connect another on the back of the trailer to create a road train. That's pretty cool. Thanks again for your advice. I will speak to the manager and other staff members. Let's go ahead and check that out. I forgot who it was. Someone said they didn't like the bling wheels. Yeah, I agree. They're kind of a little odd, especially for a utility truck. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer. Now, it pivots differently than the other trailers. And on the bottom here, we'll take a look. You'll be able to see the rubber tires. You can pull them right off of the axle there. But anyways, there's the little hook. So I guess if you bought more of these fruit basket trailers, you can have a whole train going on. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'm going to have to look for them because I'd like to show that in the video. While I'm on the topic, these larger vehicles, this is the type of container that I use. These are just like, you know, they got little cubbies, these little tackle boxes or whatever. You can get them at Home Depot, or you can even get them at craft stores, Joann's, Walmart. You know, there's lots of different places that you can get these large cubicle cubby type containers. These are what I use to store my larger die cast. As far as the truck's a little bit long to go in my normal jammers plastic cases. So I use this type of case right here. If you like, you can use these dividers and then individually have a car in each spot, but it winds up taking a lot of room. If you don't want your cars scratching each other, this is what you can do. You can save the styrofoam and you can put it in between your models. You can see it in between two of these. You can see it here in between these two Matchbox trucks. Or maybe you can just use bubble wrap. Just save bubble wrap and then cut it into strips. Here is one of my Pixar Cars containers. And I just used bubble wrap for this one. So now I can double them up, get everybody in there real nice. I don't worry about scratch paint. It's not like I'm out there jogging, carrying my cases. Now, the bubble wrap does just fine. Here's the jammers case I was talking about. That would hold most normal 164 die-cast cars like Maisto, the basic cars. You could put Hot Wheels, Maisto, Johnny Lightning, Matchbox, all that size. These Maisto are a little bit older. They used to be called jammers, and we still call them jammers, but now they're called double-sided thread organizers. As a matter of fact, did you see that truck in the middle? That's kind of a bigger truck too. Now I'm going to move it over to the other cubby. I'm going to move it into that other cubby that I just started with the trucks and trailers. That would be a better place for it. I don't know where I got this. It says Tonka on it. So it must have been in a Tonka offering. I don't know if it came with the trailer. I don't see a tow hitch or anything. So I don't think it came with the trailer. To be honest, I'm not sure what kind of a package I got that in before. This is one of my favorite Maisto models to collect. It's a Hummer HX Concept, I do believe. And as any owner will tell you who has these jammers containers, you gotta make sure you hear that click click when you close it. Otherwise, next time you pick it up, you can have cars all over the floor. On Thursday, I did a Racing Champions Mint video, and you know what? Somebody put first, and I was commented first, right? I'm working in the warehouse. I'm working on building a background for my downhill track, right? And so for an hour, I wasn't sitting here. Next thing you know, a big old fight breaks out over who was first and who wasn't first. And then people start cussing, okay? Look, that's why I delete the first comments. I don't allow them, okay? It just leads to trouble. And I have a no cussing policy on my channel. So I delete them. They always lead to trouble. So Braden Waldner, he's actually, when I was doing live streams, he was a mod during the live stream. So he has the ability to delete comments. I'm probably going to go ahead and select a few other people to be mods as well. And you know what? The rules are do not engage, right? Just delete the comment. It's not worth it. And we don't have to worry about it. I'll get a notification something goes on. Besides, I got an email copy of all the comments. I sent that guy a note. So should be no problems in the future. Champion DJ K, thanks for the shout out, Mark, because in the Racing Champions Men video, I had talked about I had watched somebody's video, I forgot the name. And this was the fellow who I watched his video. So I'm glad that he's seen my presentation. He likes the those types of diecast, Johnny Lightning and their Auto World and stuff like that. That's what he likes to collect. So I'm glad that he got to see my unboxing video. E-Dub rules. Man, 8 cases, no chase, stinks. Yeah, you know what? That's how rare they are, okay? It's not like other toy car brands to where there's a chase in every case. No, they're pretty rare. I got 8 cases to unbox from round 2. Not a single chase piece. That's the way it goes. And that's the reality of how hard they are to find. Michael O'Keefe at 450. Thank you for the time marker. The NYPD deco is completely wrong. NYPD retired that logo when they came out with their classic blue and white cars. Now, the folks over there at round 2, they're pretty good about making sure everything's era authentic as far as everything. The grills, the decos, they could have made a mistake, I'm not sure, but this is the deco that it shows on the Car City of New York Police. It's nice to get these models. This is the Fury, by the way, the 1967 Plymouth Fury. I'll talk about that again in a moment. Charles H. Gaming. Hi, RaceGrooves. I love your vids. Keep making more of them and do a track time, please. Track time. Hold on. I'm going to talk about it in just a minute. Patience, my friend. And Paul Wooten. I love the Tennessee Highway Patrol police cars. I'll be looking for them all. Congratulations on a model getting your state on it. It's pretty fun to collect cars that have our cities or states on them. So I wish you luck, Paul, getting a hold of the Tennessee Trooper. As for me, I live in California, so the Highway Patrol is going to be very desirable here. Thanks to Round 2 for sending them to me for review. I got a sample. Cal 1 noticed that, hey, why do some of them say Johnny Lightning on the bottom, like at 1217? Well, that's because Johnny Lightning, Round 2 owns different brands, right? So they can put tooling wherever they want, really. It really doesn't matter. It's all their company. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's nice to be able to get the model. Besides, if it's a Johnny Lightning car, well, they only have so much peg space for Johnny Lightning, right? So, and they can only produce so much product, and there's a lot of issues. So if they kind of float some castings over there into the Otter World or the Racing Champions midline, at least they can get their people's favorite cars produced and on the pegs. It'll just be under a different branding. Besides, if you take them out of the package, it doesn't matter too much anyways. And I should make a note, I made a mistake. This one here, that Plymouth Fury, it's a plastic base. It is not metal. Jellyfish baby. Hey, RaceGrooves. I'm Augie's older brother who runs this channel. Augie is actually pronounced the same as the name Augie. Thank you for putting my little brother's letter in your video. You're welcome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for writing. And I said it correctly when I read it right now, but I said Aggie during the video because Aggie, A-G-I, I don't know. Could be anything. But thanks for letting me know that it is Augie. Speaking of fan mail, let's take a look at some fan mail. How about something from Canada? Yeah, my first international letter. He dated the drawing April 8th of 2017. It took a couple weeks to get down here to Montebello, California. If you want to send fan mail, my address is in the description. It's also on the About page of my YouTube channel. And I'm sure you've seen his name down in the corner, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. On YouTube, his name's actually Cot Noob. So he said I could say his name or either name that he wanted. Hey, send me a long letter. I picked something to comment on. I collect Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and Maestro. I have around 200 to 250 cars. I love the ones that are based on real cars, and I love customizing them. See, it's good to know what you like, buy what you can afford, and enjoy the hobby. If you want to focus on licensed models, that's perfect. Buy what you like, right? Enjoy your collections. And gave a whole list of cars, and then he said, all of them are great finds, and one request, could you show us all of the Forza Motorsports cars? I don't have plans to do that right now. You never know if they wind up in the weekend show or some other presentation, but I won't be able to do that right now. Now everybody wants to know what's going on with Track Time. I still have a couple Track Time layouts still set up, like this big one that I did recently, the one with no loops. I still have Triangle of Terror set up as well. What's going on is that once I have the setup, yeah, I want to do the case unboxing shout out video. But since I have the layout, I want to shoot video with more cars as well. Take, for example, the Hot Wheels character cars, right? Some of those guys work on the track, and I want them to be able to have their own Track Time videos, especially on my Track Time channel is really where they're going to show up. So I'm doing the character cars on the track layouts after I'm done with Track Time. Well, it's led to, I've had to figure out, I got some managerial things I got to figure out, and I've got it down now. I just got to become more efficient. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Hot Wheels Starships models, or at least one of them. Boba Fett Slave 1. So what I do, here comes Boba Fett, give him some time on the track. Well, this one went smooth. He worked very well. What is that, second lap? That's 3 laps. Wow, he's doing pretty good. 4 laps? Well, let me tell you, they don't always work so well. The deal with filming the cars is I don't want to just film one car and then I got to stop the cameras, start the cameras, film another car. That's so much work. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So what I do is I get a bunch of cars and then I videotape a bunch of cars and then I stop and I do about 15 minutes. The camera file will hold about 15 minutes, right? So I'll do about 15 minutes worth of cars and then I'll stop. Now, once I have the cars, this is what happened is I realized, well, if I did the 57 Chevy, where is it in that video? So now what I had to do, I had to go back. I have hundreds of cars that I've given Track Time. Hundreds! I got to go, I went through all my files now, found out what car is where. I made a spreadsheet file so I know which car was used on which Track Time video. Or maybe I made a special layout or something. I can't give no secrets. But it's turned into a big deal. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve for me to develop systems. And unfortunately, it's caused a few month delay in Track Time. Plus, I'm building my Super 6 lane. Plus, I'm building my monster track. I got a lot of things going on. But since you're here, let me go ahead and share with you some of the Track Time videos that I've seen, that I've videoed. you're going to recognize the tracks. One Power Rangers model, Mega Strike Racer 20th anniversary drifting. Drifting. That car did great. It was drifting. But guess what? You know what? The other cars that they used for the Power Rangers character cars, they were not regular Hot Wheels. They designed them for the character, right? So they didn't work so good. Check these out. Power Rangers Max 02. Here we have Robo Knight. Robo Knight. Robo Knight fail. I have this one open already. This is Black Ranger Snake Zord. Not so good. Well, we have to open Red Ranger Dragon Zord. Two laps. Red Ranger, 2 laps. Pink Ranger, ooh, rare car. Probably gonna fly out of the curve. gonna save her for another day. And last up, VRAK, Wrack Alien Cyborg. Yeah, I sped up the video a little bit, but you got an idea how the cars did, right? But did you see me? Up and down, up and down. Car fails, gotta go over there. Car fails, gotta go over here. Back and forth, back and forth. Man, just to get a video of one car takes forever, right? But that's what I want. I want the Track Time channel to be special. So special that I'm gonna have AcceleRacers too, right? As a matter of fact, over there, I got all the AcceleRacers on the kicker loop track that I had set up. But if I'm going to have a special feature video for Deora II, I don't want it to be just the AcceleRacers version. I'm going to have different versions, Stars and Stripes. They just re-released another Deora II, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at some let's go ahead and take a look at some AcceleRacers recolors that I have given some track time, and these will be seen in the future. You're getting to see them special here on the weekend show. Deora II. Let's go ahead and see if my booster's low. I'm going to try backdraft. Coming up after the break, we're going to have a whole segment on off the pegs at various stores. During the week, my family went to IHOP and I realized I wanted some fishing line, and Big 5 is just on the other side of the aisle. I looked all over for the fishing line. They had fishing poles. I couldn't find just fishing lines. But guess what? Of course, my eagle eyes, all of a sudden, hey, those are Hot Wheels packages. Gotta check them out.
Oh, yeah.
After that, we went to Ralph's, third division of Kroger. They had a couple shippers, and with all these surf crates, somebody already got there first, and they left their signal that it wasn't him. I got here before him. But check it out. One of these is an error. Which one? What's the error? Did you see it? It is a very cool error to have, let me tell you that. If you notice which one was the error, put it in the comments below. Now something else, Target. This isn't the same day, but let's check out a Target store. You know, none of the Targets in my area, they have Matchbox singles. They don't even have Matchbox in the diecast aisle. They put them there with the other toys. But let's go ahead and check out the Hot Wheels, Mattel, Jada. That's what's over here. Various Fast and Furious offerings. I think the Batmobile is the super at this time. So when I see these on the front pegs, once again, someone left the signal that they already checked the pegs. This one's been a super too, but it's just the basic release. It's not a super. You can bet I'm taking all these. Very happy to get Captain America with the flag. Got the team flag. But if that store has a new Monster Jam, I need to go check another one. I have to go over to Whittier to find a store that actually has Matchbox singles. Let's go ahead and check them out.
I'll let you look around. Who I like this? Put cars in this, and it shoots cars in this.
You don't have this already?
We don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll hold on to it. Want to think about it first? Or you want more cards? I mean, not right now. Then they're like, I might need to do it now. I can't do like, I'm so sorry.
You can eat any of these hidden figures in there. See, any of those little hidden figures in there. It's just a little head. All this thing. No, it's like this one. That's a big one like this. That was a small one. There's 12 figures left. So it's like a collection. Yeah, these are the figures that come inside, but you don't know which one they are. Yeah, what I got is that. Weird stuff, huh? I got bigger ones where they want bigger. They want bigger.
Here's a mine thing.
Oh, track what? Track slots. Either for sweet.
I'm sure you know which ones I picked up. Coming up next, Ask RaceGrooves. In the last weekend show, I showed some of my collector pins, and Atomic Gecko 13 commented that the orange Disney pin is Baymax from Big Hero 6, for your information. Because my daughter, for my birthday, she bought me a packet of pins from Disneyland. And you know, when the characters come out, I don't know who's who sometimes, right? My daughter, of course, she always likes to give me a hard time with, who's this Disney character? Who's that? You know, and then she'll show me like the princesses. I don't know who these people are. TJ Hopkins, Ask RaceGrooves, do you know how to fix bent axles for die-cast cars? You know what? Nowadays, the axle's pretty thick. So once it's bent, it's very unlikely you're going to get straightened out. Back in the late 60s, Hot Wheels had thinner axles. And, you know, there was a little tool to kind of tweak the axle, get it straight. Nowadays, I don't think any of them are fixable. I would just buy two when you buy your cars. This way you got one just in case you mess one up. Zoom Zoom Toys, dude, like no surfboards on the Deora II. Bummer. By the way, is Ford Falcon painted or Zamac? Yeah, no kidding. You're going to charge, Mattel, you're going to charge $2 for a Deora II, and you're not going to put surfboards on it? It still has the holes for the surfboards. You're charging $2. Put a couple little pieces of plastic surfboards in there, would you? And as for the Ford Falcon, it is painted. You can see the glitter. It's kind of a bluish silver. It's a pretty cool color. It is not Zamac. Adjamus. So finally Mattel sponsors something. Good, good. Yes, good, good. So they sponsored the Fast and Furious video. It published last week. And last year, I had a couple sponsor deals with Mattel. And then earlier last year, through Mattel as well, I did those blocks, what do you call those blocks? Mega blocks. I did a set of mega blocks videos. So all in all, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I had like 5 sponsored videos from Mattel out of 1,600 videos. So while I do appreciate the sponsorship, it definitely helps out. But I still got to focus on what I got to do here at the shop. That's why I'm building the fake wall over there, so that I can have a background for my monster truck layouts. I already showed you the rolling cart portion of this wall because I'd like to be able to move this around. The only thing is, I wanted to make it 8 foot tall to hide as much of stuff as possible. Well, that winds up being pretty high up. I still got to put the brackets to brace it so that it doesn't tip over. I think the next ones I'm going to make, I'm just going to make them like 6 by 6 instead of 8 by 8. Dingus McDaddy, Ask RaceGrooves. Mark, will you ever make more videos about the Hot Wheels trick tracks? I remember when you made that video about the Seesaw Slam. Yeah, I've done a handful of trick tracks reviews. I have a playlist. I'll remember to put any video I mention. It's down in the description below. And I still have a lot more trick tracks videos to do. Let's see. I got this one. I got that one. I got a few of those up there as well. Mooney Jr. 730. The flatbed is a Ford. You can tell by the grill. Ask RaceGrooves. Also, could you do some diecast Ertl trucks and trailers for Trucking Tuesday in the future? Thanks for letting me know the flatbed in that Trucking Tuesday video with the Maestro trucks and trailers is a Ford. As far as Ertl, yeah, you know what? Anything's possible. Trucks and trailers, any brand, that's what Trucking Tuesday is for. This way I'm not limited to just one brand or just one type of thing. It could be wide open. Yeah, I can do Ertl. And Corey Donaldson, speaking of Fast and Furious, Fate of the Furious is an awesome movie and thrilling movie with lots of cool vehicles. Yeah, I did pick up the Ford GT, but as far as the movies themselves, not quite my style. I don't know. I get bored. I watch too much action, this and that. I know it's a style. If you guys like it, enjoy your movies, right? I enjoy the cars myself. Mario Kart 500, should it be possible to have video game character Hot Wheels cars? He means, I might have stumbled there. Character cars, should they have them with like T-rated games such as Overwatch, or rated M games such as Tom Clancy, Wildlands, or Resident Evil 7? Well, I looked at those games and they're basically character based, people based, right? So I'm not sure. Are there enemies that would? How would you make it a character car if it's a person, right? I doubt that they would. If you look at the character cars that they have now, it's kind of iconic characters to where you look at them and you know who that character is. Most of the time they're cartoons too, as a matter of fact. As far as the weekend show, the last weekend did very well. I think it's my number 2 or number 3 weekend show as far as views go. Now, if you like to support what I do here at RaceGrooves, if you like the weekend show, or if you like some of the other content, become a patron and help support what I do. You can click the Patreon link. Thank you for watching. Have fun with your choice. And happy collecting. Bye-bye.